The signs had been there for months, but I ignored them, clinging to the hope that I was just overthinking. It started subtly, a hesitation when I reached for her hand, a certain coldness in her hugs, and the way her smile seemed forced when she said, "I love you." At first, I chalked it up to stress. Work had been hectic for both of us, and I thought maybe she was just overwhelmed. But deep down, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The first red flag, it all began 8 months ago. We were out for dinner at our favorite spot, a cozy little Italian restaurant we frequented when we wanted to escape the world. Her phone buzzed on the table, a call from someone named T. I didn't recognize the name, and when I glanced at her face, she had that panicked look, the kind you get when you've been caught doing something you shouldn't. She quickly silenced the call, muttering, "It's just my tattoo artist. Why is he calling you so late?" I asked, trying to sound casual, but feeling the tension building in my chest. It was past 8:30 p.m., well after most tattoo parlors closed for the day. She stammered, "Oh, he probably just wants to check how my tattoo's healing." During dinner? At night? Her expression hardened. "What are you implying? That I'm cheating on you?" I hadn't said that. Not yet, anyway. But her defensive reaction set my heart racing. "I didn't say that. I just think it's a little odd." She stormed off to the bathroom, leaving me sitting there, my appetite gone. When she returned, she barely spoke, and that night, she insisted on sleeping in the guest room. By the end of the week, I was relegated to the couch. The incriminating text, the next major blow, came a week later. We'd reconciled somewhat, or so I thought, but she was still distant. While she showered one evening, her phone lit up with a series of messages. I couldn't help but glance at the screen. The first message read, "Miss that body of yours." The second, "Can't wait to see you again." It was from the same T. My heart dropped. She hadn't shut him down or told him to stop. She hadn't blocked him. Instead, she let the messages continue, like she enjoyed the attention. But I didn't confront her. Not yet. If I accused her outright, she'd just deny it again, and I needed more proof. The final straw, 2 weeks later, I visited her for the weekend. We'd been taking turns staying at each other's places, trying to maintain some semblance of normalcy. While shaving in the bathroom, I noticed her phone sitting on the counter. Her lock screen caught my eye, a picture of her and a man I didn't recognize. He had tattoos running up his arms, his face smug and confident. Underneath the photo was the caption, "I love you so much." I felt the air leave my lungs. My hands trembled as I grabbed my phone and took a picture of her lock screen. I knew this was it, the undeniable proof I'd been waiting for. When I confronted her, she tried to gaslight me. "You're delusional," she said, her voice shaking. "You're making this up." I pulled out my phone and showed her the picture. Her face drained of color. For the first time in months, she was speechless. I turned away and started packing my things. As I shoved my clothes into my bag, I heard her start to cry. "What are you going to tell your family?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "The truth," I said coldly. "Not that it matters to you. If you cared about my family, you wouldn't have done this in the first place." Her parting shot as I pulled out of her driveway, my phone buzzed. It was a message in the family group chat. "I love you all so much," she wrote, "but I won't be in your lives anymore." She didn't tell them why. She left that part for me to explain while I drove home, on the verge of tears. My mom called almost immediately, her voice full of concern. I told her everything, my voice breaking as I relived the betrayal. The fallout the next few days were a blur. I threw myself into working out, spending 2.5 hours at the gym just to keep my mind from spiraling. At night, I sat in my apartment, staring at the walls, wondering what I'd done to deserve this. I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face, heard her lies, felt the weight of her betrayal. The truth comes out a week later. My cousin, who works with her ex, called me with new information. She cheated on him too, he told me. That's why they broke up. It stung to hear that this wasn't a one-time mistake. This was who she was, a cheater. Then, my cousin sent me a screenshot of her and the tattoo artist's Facebook pages. They'd gone public with their relationship. Less than 2 weeks after we'd broken up, She was flaunting him for the world to see. My family and friends rallied around me. Some of them even left scathing reviews on his tattoo business's page. It was petty, but in the moment, it felt like justice. Her apology out of the blue. She texted me. "I'm so sorry," she wrote. "I feel like a terrible person. I didn't mean to hurt you." She went on to say that when she told him about me, his only concern was whether we were officially broken up. It made me sick to think she'd reduced our relationship to a technicality. I replied with a single message. "For the past week and a half, I felt like I'm going to throw up every second of the day. Sorry isn't going to fix that." Then, I blocked her. Moving forward, it's been 3 weeks now. The pain hasn't gone away, but I'm learning to live with it. I've started journaling, pouring my thoughts onto paper when they threaten to overwhelm me. I've reconnected with old friends, people I'd lost touch with during the years I spent with her. Every day is a struggle, but I'm determined to come out of this stronger. If nothing else, I've learned that love without trust isn't love at all. And next time, I won't ignore the red flags.